So, welcome to the Brazilian BA guest. And today I have a guest from the other side of the world who is in Australia. The president of the Australian chapter is Briana Ertanin. Hello, Briana. Thank you for coming.
Hello, Fabrizio. Thank you for inviting me, and so happy to be here after quite a few hiccups with the time zones and the differences.
Yes, it's morning for you. I am at night here, and people are going to watch us at the moment they think it's better for them because it's going to be saved and available on YouTube and on LinkedIn. But I have a question for you today, Briana. My question is, what is the role of the principal business analyst?
Thank you for asking, Fabrizio.
You're welcome.
So that's an interesting question, and it's one of those questions where when I come from Australia, I have been thinking about this for a while, but talking to some of our colleagues overseas in the Americas, Canada, even to yourself, people actually share that the first thing they want to know is there such thing as a principal business analyst? Because it is not a common role across the world. In Australia, this trend started 3-4 years ago, and like with everything, it wasn't there the day before, and then suddenly when you open the job sites and LinkedIn, you would start seeing principal business analyst here and there, government, private, consultancies, banking.
I did this search and I saw just what you said. A lot of principal business analysts, and most part of it from Australia. And I was wondering, what is that?
So, what is that? The question was, is it just a new name for something that we already do? Or is it something that is really genuinely new and uplifting the business analysis role to new heights? So the answer is whatever we make it to be. I'm sure that within our community, you've spoken to different people who are very passionate about the importance of business analysis. And there is a lot of ongoing conversation how to uplift the business analysis from
Operational level
to a genuine strategic level and to a level of executive influence and importance. So, theoretically, the role of the principal business analyst is addressing exactly that. It is a new role. It's, as I like to think about it, it's not just a glorified senior BA or a lead BA. It is a new role in the sense that it is looking at different way of collaborating and engaging within the organization, and also a different level of skills, and basically what the person would be prioritizing and spending their time on. So thinking about what distinguishes the principal BA from, let's say, a really good solid senior BA, or someone who is in a role of a lead BA. In my expectations, the principal BA is a person who is competent, comfortable, and fluent in all 6 knowledge areas of business analysis. So it is a person who can operate on from strategic analysis all the way to requirements life cycle management. Or if you think with the agile extension in mind, it is a person who understands all three horizons, and a person who can move between the horizons, a person who will probably spend most of her time on the strategic horizon, but will also provide the overall shape of requirements and guidance for everyone who operates on initiative and delivery level as well. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. I see that the word principle in English have some different meanings that it has in Portuguese. Like in Portuguese, when we say something is the principle, it's the most important thing. But in English, you can use, like in schools, they say that the director of the school, they call him the principal. In some places, they call the principal as the mayor of a city, so someone that's leading a city. We don't use this meaning for the word principal because we have the same word in Portuguese, but it's more restrict like than you have in English. And so I'm believing that this principal business analyst would be someone who is doing business analysis, but he's more next to the C level of an organization. Like it would be a lead, not just a leader of people, but a lead BA in terms of the business, someone who is thinking about the business as a director or a vice president or something like that, working on the strategic, but able with a lot of skills and knowledge that as you said, from all the knowledge areas of the BA book guide, all the planning horizons and the agile extension of the BA book guide. Very interesting. How is this professional growing in Australia?
So, like with many other things, it is in our hands to make it work and to make it grow. In my opinion, one of the biggest challenges that we have is we have to make sure that the principal business analyst role indeed stays on the level of the work that you mentioned, with leadership, with engagement on level on par with the business owner, the executive sponsor, the program director, whichever way you are structured for delivery and for development in your organization. It is very, very important not to devalue the role of the principal business analyst by lightly applying it to situations where, for example, you have a large project and you essentially have a delivery that is happening initiate. Again, I'm going to use the agile analysis guide, but if you think you should keep the principal BA role applicable only in a context where you genuinely have the full scale of different horizons, where you genuinely work beyond a single project or beyond a single program of work. Because otherwise, you will end up with a role that will be, in essence, a very good senior BA or a good solid lead BA leading a small team of BAs, doing fantastic job on a program, on a project, but not really influencing the strategic vision of the company, the strategic vision of the organization, and not really contributing to, let's say, business architecture and the setup of the future operating models for the organization. Is this making sense?
It makes a lot of sense, and it's nice because it shows us a path for growing inside of business analysis and not having to leave this fantastic field of knowledge and fantastic area that the business analysis is. I see in some presentations people say, "Oh, that's was my road to success, and I started as business analyst, then I became other thing." And they did not continue as a business analyst, but they became a manager or a project manager, program manager, or something like that. And they will never stop doing business analysis because it's inside of the people. So when you learn how to do business analysis, it starts to be a skill of yours, and you practice that in any other profession. But it's nice to think about a company that has a business analyst as a strategic level, working with their peers in that level. Very interesting. I know you are doing this development of this business analysis role in this business analysis, let's say, community in Australia. And I wanted to know a little bit more. What are you doing there, and what do you have to share with us today?
So again, thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
We do have a big community here in Australia. As a matter of fact, I think we probably have one of the biggest communities across the world, especially now after the harmonization of the membership. So for us, our setup in Australia is we have a national chapter, but we also have 6 very active branches spread in our capital cities, and everything in our community is driven by volunteers. We have education programs, we have events programs. We now are working on a volunteer engagement and reward program. So a lot of things happening. The pinnacle of our yearly activities is our program of business analysis professional days, which we have now developed all the way to a full week of event called the Festival of Business Analysis. So with the Festival of Business Analysis, we are launching this year yet another first and yet another new. We are going to have the full online week program, which worked very, very well for us last year. But we are bringing back the best of both worlds. We are bringing back our famous face-to-face events across 5 capital cities. So I'm encouraging everyone to go and check our website. We are already live and going on with bookings and with expressions of interest for tickets. Check the Festival of Business Analysis hosted by the Australian chapter. That will be 18th to 22nd of October this year. And the theme is the business analyst, resilient, responsive, and upskilled. You will find the link to the website in the chat box.
All right, I would definitely put the link here. And I understand that it's going to be a hybrid event, so there's going to be face-to-face and some stuff's online. Can people from all around the world join the virtual event?
Not just that they can. We hope that people from around the world will be joining us. We are going to have collaboration with different chapters. We are encouraging people from different chapters to join us, and if interested, to put forward expressions of interest. We are definitely, so far I can say that we are definitely going to have our closest chapter in New Zealand collaborating with us for the event. We are most likely going to have also participation from South Africa. You can join us from Brazil, because we have worked out the online content and the sessions with questions and answers. We've tried to work out a very early slot for Australia and late slot, so that we can do away with the massive time difference with the Americas and Europe. So it's and we are going to have the content available for 6 months after
That's
after
nice
the
too.
event. Yeah.
So even if it's too late or too early for we in Brazil, we can watch it later. I
Yeah.
will check on that, and I hope to be part of this great event. Thank you,
You
Brianna,
should
very
be
much.
part of this great event. I think you will make a really great contributor, and I'm hoping that you will check the website and you will think about a topic that you are passionate about and you would like to bring to us. For all of us here in Australia, we are very proud of this event because we created this series of days, and now we have a full week and a really festival of business analysis. We created this ourselves. We did this as volunteers across all the capital cities, and without being professional event managers, marketers, salespeople, we built it from zero to what it is now, 5-6 years on.
Congratulations, Brianna, to
Yeah.
you and for all the volunteers of the IIBA Australian chapter. It has been a great pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Fabrizio.